Okay, so what do we have here? Well, hopefully you recognize that this is a system of equations and it has three variables. So what we're going to be dealing with is a three variable linear equation. And this is something you're definitely going to know how to do in, oh, I would say, Algebra 2, college algebra, or pre-calculus. Now, kind of a prerequisite to knowing how to do this type of problem is to be able to solve a 2 by 2 system using like the substitution method or the elimination linear combination method. So if you're familiar with solving 2 by 2, two variable systems, then you will be able to handle this because we're going to be incorporating these techniques in order to be able to solve a three variable system. Now you can see here, my goal was to teach you this in about 10 minutes, but the concepts aren't overly difficult, especially if you understand how to do these techniques, but you need to practice this because it does involve a decent amount of algebra. We're going to get to this in just one second. Again, I'm going to try to teach you this in about 10 minutes. But first, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John. I'm the founder of TabletClass Math. I'm also a middle and high school math teacher, and over several years, I've constructed what I like to believe is one of the best online math help programs there is. Of course, I'll let you be the judge of that statement. If you're interested, you can check out my math help program by following the link in the description of this video. But basically, I have 100 plus different math courses ranging from pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, and pre-calculus. I also have many courses in the area of test preparation. So if you're studying for the GED, SAT, ACT, GRE, GMAT, ASVAB, AccuPlacer, ALEX, CLEP exam, maybe a teacher certification exam, many other type of exams I can help you out. Just go to my website and check out my full course catalog. If I don't have your exam, drop me a line and I'll help you out the best I can. I also do a lot with homeschooling. So if you homeschool, I have a great homeschool learning program. And then obviously, help those of you who are having a tough time in your current math courses. Now, if you're truly serious about wanting to learn math and be, strong in it, then you have to be serious about your notes. The one thing that, I've been teaching math for decades. The one thing I could point to with consistency is those students who take fantastic, excellent math notes almost always do very well in math. And then the reverse is true. Those students were like me way back in the good old 1980s. I was taking notes in math class, but they had nothing to do with math. They were like, hey, Billy, what are we doing this weekend? We are doing this, etc., etc. Of course, if I had a cell phone, I'd be texting my buddy Billy. But listen, if I had a cell phone, I probably wouldn't even have graduated because the name of the game here is about focus. Okay, so if you're not focused and you're distracted with other stuff, you're not going to do well, not only in math, but other things. So you have to stay focused, and note taking is a great activity, not only to keep you focused, but to study from. Okay, but in the meantime, as you're improving your notes, you can use my notes to study from. Those would include pre algebra, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, and trigonometry. You can find the links to those notes in the description of this video. All right, so let's get into this three variable systems. Again, this is something that those of you who are taking the class like pre-algebra, maybe an algebra 2 course as well, certainly like maybe college algebra are going to need to know how to do. Now, again, let me reiterate, you need to be pretty strong at solving two variable systems. So if you don't understand the substitution method or the elimination linear combination method, you need to go back and review that. Now, if you're new to my YouTube channel, I have tons of videos on my channel. Just look at my algebra playlist. I've covered both of these techniques if you want to, do a quick refresher course, or you can just check out my algebra course. But let's get into this and how are we going to solve this three variable system? Well, first of all, let's recognize something here, okay? We have three variables, x, y, and z. Now, in order to completely solve this system, because we have three variables, x, y, and z, we're going to need three separate equations. That's kind of the deal. That's why when you're solving two variable systems, if I'm solving for x and y, I need another equation that involves x and y. So how many variables are in your equation is how many different equations you're going to need in order to solve. So that's the setup. And what we're looking for is what we call an ordered triple, okay, an x, y, and z point, very much like an xy point when you're solving two variable systems. This is where two lines intersect. This is the whole idea behind two variable systems. Again, you need to be up to speed on 2-variable systems before you take on a 3-variable system. But basically what we're looking for, the solution to this thing, if there is a solution, is an ordered triple. Okay, it's a point in 3-dimensional space. This is a point in 2-dimensional space right here. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to use, I prefer, you can use the substitution method or the linear combination method. I think the linear combination elimination method is a little bit easier when you're dealing with 3-variable systems. But what we need to do is eliminate. We need to take these equations and eliminate one variable. So we got to get rid of one variable. We got to get rid of one variable. Okay, so we need 2 equations where we get rid of one of the variables. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the variable z, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 equations that involve both x and y. I'm going to solve that system, and then I'm going to use that information to go get z, okay? So I'm going to eliminate one variable. In this case, it's going to be z. I'm going to use 2 equations. Okay, let me just kind of back up here. I'm going to use 2 equations, very much like the elimination linear combination method. Matter of fact, exactly like. So I'll use 2 equations. Let's say right here, you can see if I add these 2, the z goes away. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 equations, eliminate z, and then I'm going to take another 2 equations. Okay, another 2 equation. All right, equations, I guess, plural. And also eliminate z, and that's going to leave me with 2 separate equations that both involve both x and y, and then I can solve this system. So it doesn't have to be z. You can eliminate y, you can eliminate x, whatever comes to mind is the easiest variable to eliminate, but it has to be the same variable. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this now that you know what to do, and let me see if I can explain this in about 10 minutes. Okay, so notice here, okay, let's keep this in mind because I'm going to be moving somewhat rapidly. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm taking the first 2 equations. Okay, so x plus y plus z equals 4, x minus 2y minus z equals 1. Okay, these first 2 equations are going to use those, and I'm going to combine them. Okay, this is the combination method, and you're allowed to do this when you're working with systems. Okay, and when I combine these, squish them together, what do I get? I get 2x, I get negative y here, and my z's go away. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. I get 4 plus 1, that is 5. So here I have one equation right there that involves only x and y. Okay, that's what I want. So now I just got to create another equation, okay, that involves x and y. So it means I have to get rid of z again, but I'm going to have to use different equations from the system. Okay, so here I'm using, I think this is the first and the third. Yes, this is the first and the third equations. Okay, let me just double check that. Yep, that's what that is. Okay, so now I'm using the first and the third equations, and my objective is to get rid of z. Now, if I add z right now, if I add these equations, you can clearly see, let me do this, you can clearly see I won't get rid of the z. So how do I get rid of the z here? Well, I'm going to have to turn this into a positive 2z, okay, in order to get rid of the z by combining these. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to multiply this entire thing by 2. Okay, so again, this is stuff you need to already know how to do, the elimination, combination method, substitution method. So if you're trying to figure out how to solve 3-variable systems, and if you don't know how to solve 2-variable systems, well, then you need to go back and review that. All right, so I'm going to multiply 2 by this first equation. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Why? Because I want a 2z there. Okay, so I can get rid of the z. And let's see the work. When I do the distributive property, I'm going to get 2x plus 2y plus 2z. Okay, remember this 2 is getting multiplied by everything here. Okay, plus or equals 8. Okay, now I have 2x minus y minus 2z equals negative 1. Now I can combine these 2 equations and the z will go away. Okay, all right, so here's our 2 equations. Let's go ahead and combine. And finally, my z's go away, and it leaves me with 4x plus y. Okay, you just kind of follow the math here. A plus negative 1 is 7. All right, so here is another equation, 4x plus y equals 7. And if you recall, our first equation was 2x minus y equals 5. All right, let's go back up here and just review. Here is 2x minus y is equal to 5. I got that one. And now I have this one. Okay, now I can combine a two-variable system. All right, beautiful. So again, everyone should know how to do this. We're going to solve for both x and y. And this is super easy because you can see this is set up. I could just do the combination method right here. Okay, the y's will go away. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to add down. The y's go away. I'm left with 6x is equal to 12. Divide both sides of the equation by 6. I get x is equal to 2. Okay, awesome. All right, remember, I'm looking for an order triple x, y, and z. And right now I have x is equal to 2. So how can I get y? Well, I can use any one of these equations and substitute in for x to solve for y. So I'll use that equation. Okay, so I know that x now is equal to 2, so that's going to be 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus y is equal to 5. Again, everyone should know how to do this basic algebra. Y is equal to negative 1. All right, so we got x is equal to 2, y is equal to negative 1. Remember, I'm looking for an ordered triple, x, y, z. I have this now as 2. This is negative 1. So how do I get that z? Well, you can use any equation from the original system. Okay, up here, let's see. So the easiest one would be this. Okay, we know what x is. We know what y is. So I'm going to plug those values in, and I can solve for z. Super easy. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so again, remember, x was equal to 2, y is equal to negative 1, so I'm going to substitute in, and then solve for z. We could just follow the algebra here. All right, so 2 plus negative 1 is 1. 1 plus z is equal to 4, so z is equal to 3. So our final answer, our ordered triple, okay, x is 2, y is negative 1, and z is 3. Okay, now, I have no idea how long I've been making this video. Hopefully it's around 10 minutes plus or minus. I know I do my little intro or whatnot, but 10 minutes-ish. I'm trying to explain this without going too fast, but something that you can walk away from and be like, oh, I get it. Now, if you knew how to do this, well, that's excellent, okay? And I must give you a 1987 happy face with a good old-fashioned mohawk, which unfortunately I don't see that haircut around anymore. Probably because those of us who wore that haircut back in the 80s, probably, we might have receding hairlines. That's what happens when you get older. But anyways, nice job, giving an A plus and 100%. So if you were kind of just checking for, your ability to do three variable systems, oh, that's excellent. Okay, but you definitely need to know how to do these. And the way to solve three variable systems, again, is to one, make sure you know how to solve two variable systems. And then what you need to do is to eliminate one of the variables, create two equations by eliminating the same variable, okay, by using two equations, solve that 2 by 2 system, and then go and use those results to get that last remaining variable. If you could stick with that, you'll be fine. Now, there's other techniques, by the way, to solve three variable systems. We're not going to get into. Those techniques you're going to need to know as well. But this one here that I just kind of showed you how to do, you can always depend upon it. Okay, it's a great technique. And again, hopefully this little video has helped you out. And if that is the case, please consider smashing that like button. That helps me out. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. I've been on YouTube for 10 plus years, have over 1,000 plus videos, basic to advanced mathematics, all there for you. My goal is to teach math in a clear and understandable way. So if you like my teaching style and you understand it, well, then I have a ton of content there here for you. But my best math help will be within my Math Help program. Okay, so with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.